They believe Arthur Fleck to be some kind of martyr. Well, he's not.
Todd, I love this movie. I've seen it twice.
Wow, good.
And the first time I had to process it and let it sit with me a little bit, but the second time I was all for Arthur's ride and being inside of his mind. Joaquin isn't the type of dude to do a sequel. And from what I know, or from what I read, he wanted to do a film that scared him like the first time around. What was it about Arthur Fleck's journey that really captivated him to want to tell more of his story?
I don't know. I mean, you'd probably have to ask him that, but all I know is that oftentimes when you make a movie, at least in my experience, you are counting down the days for the movie to be over. Sure. You know, because these days are long, and it's and oftentimes on the very last day of shooting, we all have champagne and we hug each other and we're happy. On the first Joker, Joaquin and I were really sad, and that never happens. Sure. And we just didn't want to leave Arthur yet, and we really love that character. We love working together, obviously, also, but it was more about we just wanted to spend more time with Arthur. So I think that was a big part of it, honestly.
It's incredible. Now, this is a bold, creative direction, and you've said you're addicted to risk. This film really pushes the creative boundaries and the limits of what the Joker is. Did the success of the first movie kind of give you more license to go bold and push that creative direction? And did you actually, how far did you get in mapping out this possibly being a Broadway show?
Joaquin said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And we did jokingly sort of talk about it before COVID came, and we were just like, because we wanted to do something just so weird and not necessarily a movie, but sure. That's a whole nother. So we didn't get very far, but it was a fun conversation. But wait, I'm sorry. Can you say the first part quickly?
Yeah.
I'll know what you said.
Pushing the creative boundaries of the Joker.
Oh yeah, how much did this? Well, obviously, the success of the first one gave us the ability to even talk about making a sequel, and then, what you said to start the interview, which is I don't know that Joaquin's going to show up for just a regular, layup, as you say. Sequels could sometimes be layups, which is fine. They'd be like, yeah, hey, this worked last time, let's do it. That's not going to be what Joaquin shows up for. So we wanted to do something challenging, and the truth is another thing you just said, which is what do we do this for but to take risks? Right. Work hard and take risks. That's sort of the job description.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Now, I love this adaptation of Harley Quinn. I think that there's elements that comic fans that will pull from and that are definitely from the comics and the animated series. But can you talk about putting this real world lens on her and like how we ended up with this character in the film?
Yeah, I mean, we hadn't planned on making it necessarily Harley Quinn, and as we're digging deeper into this kind of quote-unquote love story and this idea of someone who was in love with Joker and maybe not all that gung-ho about Arthur, it one day came to us of going, well, what if we just did our version of Harley? And again, all due respect to the versions before, it has nothing to do with those. Right. And we love those. And those intimidate us. So that's part of the reason to go in an entirely different direction alone. But we really wanted to play with the idea of vulnerability, which is not something you really see so much with the boldness of other Harley Quinn. So that's kind of where it came from. And in the same way that I could never want to compare Joaquin's Joker to the 5 million Jokers that came before, I would never want to compare her because it's her own thing, our own thing.
Absolutely incredible, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Incredible.
I got the sneaking suspicion that we're not giving the people what they want.
It's okay, baby. Let's give the people what they want.